to go over here while our crack stage crew resets everything. But gospel, like we've been talking about, is such an important part of Elvis's life, and we're so glad that you're here with us on Sunday morning. But the music's not stopping today. We can keep rocking this afternoon. You know, we were back there, and I said, "Is it okay to rock during gospel?" And Bill Cherry said, "Yeah, as long as you don't put the roll in it." So we're rocking this morning with gospel, but we're going to put the rock and roll in it this afternoon. And I wanted this guy to come out and talk to us because it's been a while since we've seen him and all the guys. But Ben Thompson, if you're back there anywhere, come on out. Let's hear it for Ben Thompson. You've got a little bit of a headlining gig this afternoon. Hello? The light's on.
Hello, everyone. That's better, isn't it? Yeah.
Hang on, let me turn the accent filter on. There we go.
Hey, y'all. I try my best, I really do. Yeah, so we're super excited. I'm so, as I said, all weekend, so excited to be back here. It's been such a long time being stuck in the UK, watching everyone having fun. It's been torture. So we're back here, and, you know, 3 p.m. today, we're going to be doing a show. We've got the Little League contest too, right? Which is so cool, so cute, these kids. How amazing is it that this far after Elvis passed away, that these children are now getting into Elvis? How cool is that? Amazing. Let's hear it for them. But,
I'll do the question, you do the answer.
hang on, let me switch the accent.
Now, what I want to talk to you about here is, oh, hang on. Let me put the Liverpool button on. So, you know, I want to talk to you a little bit about Elvis and the thing about, you know, all the music that you had in England, you know, from Tupelo. And at what age were you know, when you started listening to the King?
Well, I was 3 years old. No, I'm kidding. That's what everyone has said. That's what everyone said. No, everyone's 3. No, I was about 5 or 6 years old. So only 2 years older. Much more mature. And basically, obviously, where you guys had Elvis firsthand, obviously we saw him, you know, I saw him through YouTube and everything like that. And the first thing I ever saw of Elvis was on the Ed Sullivan Show. You know when or is it Milton Berle, where he did the Don't Be Cruel, and he went, that bit, you know? And I sounded like Scooby-Doo, didn't I? I'm sorry. So sorry. Yeah, is that accent thing on? So from that, I kind of then did my own research. You know, I was a very sophisticated 5-year-old, and Googling at 5 years old. But we had so much more access to, like, you know, YouTube. I read stuff. I kind of watched everything Elvis did by the time I was 10 years old. So, and obviously, you get to a certain age, you start to understand things more. And my favorite part of Elvis's career, I have to say, is that's the way it is. You know, it really is. For me, Elvis at his absolute best. I think all through his career, he had highlights of being the best at that point, you know. But for me, that's the way it is. He's raw. I say energy, but I would say his nervousness as well during that era made him perform so much more than he ever did previously. So that's what we're kind of going to be basing the show on this afternoon, is doing all that kind of 1970, 1971. You know, so plenty of energy, plenty of, there's a few ballads in there, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just going to be moving like a crazy man, you know?
And I'm thinking about that scene, and that's the way it is when Elvis had multiple microphones trying to find one that would...
Hey, oh, it's working now. Hey, what? Are we swapping? That's your, oh, there we go.
Because that's got the built-in filter.
Oh, there we go.
Because I started realizing that whoever it was that would turn that mic on was out here resetting everything.
Yes,
so I don't know how they did that.
I overlooked that, but that's all right.
That's
fine. Yeah.
Now, there was something else that happened, and it just went online today. I saw you shared a post, and we'll be sharing it from the Nashville Facebook page. Very special thing for all the contestants here in Nashville that really can only happen in Nashville for you guys. You went to the Huckabee show. Now, I know you being from, you know, parts unknown, as they say in the wrestling world.
Is there a filter for that?
So They're shooting us from the waist up.
The waist up, good.
So,
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's kind of a tradition
Yeah, you
with
have to do it,
Elvis.
right, yeah.
But you got to go to the Huckabee show. Now, I know being from parts unknown, Governor Huckabee, you wouldn't know even Governor. Well, you'd know Governor. Huckabee. But tell us about that experience, going to a TBN network.
So, firstly, I mean, the perks of being at Nashville Elvis Festival, you get to go on national television. You don't get that anywhere else in the world, right? So first, give them a round of applause, because that's an amazing achievement to do. Being on that set, it was amazing, and the governor, I didn't know what to call him. I didn't know what to go, the governor, hey governor, or, you know.
Well, if I have to call yours queen, you have to call ours governor.
Okay, governor.
Then again, I am more British.
You're more British,
yes.
yeah. So, but he was one of the most loveliest guys I'd worked with in that industry, and basically the set, the people there were incredible, and the contestants all looked fantastic. Everyone really pulled out all the stops. And what started as a rehearsal, you know, we had like maybe 5-10 minutes to rehearse what we were going to do. Like always in the show, we never do anything we do in the rehearsal. So basically, we answered a couple of questions, and the funny thing was, the first thing he asked was, and you'll see it, I'm just going to tell you everything now, so I'll ruin it for you before you see it. But the first thing he asked, so I didn't realize that Elvis tribute artists were in Britain. And I said, yeah, I bet you didn't expect me to have a British accent and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not trying an accent on live TV, all right? But yeah, I was like, that's not going to happen. But we got the guys to do some quick impressions, you know, and we sung a song, and everyone was just so respectful. And that was the best thing about it. Obviously, a lot of TV, and sometimes it can be a bit cheesy. We all know that, you know. But the Huckabee show really delivered a respectful tribute to Elvis during it. So give them a round of applause. That was fantastic.
Well, he's a fan.
Mega fan.
He's a mega fan.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to bust out a few moves too. But they cut that bit, unfortunately.
Well, going there, and I know as a contestant, you try to come to a festival and have fun as a contestant, but there's still in the back of your mind, you know you're going to be competing.
Yeah.
And even with the fun you were having there, the guys still in the back of their mind, they're thinking, I've got to compete. Having been through that and having won the ultimate, what does being an ultimate relieve for you in contests, and how do you go about looking at that now and your life as a contestant, which is, you know, behind you now?
Yeah, you make me sound like I'm retiring. Yeah.
As a contestant.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
You didn't know?
No, I know.
Rihanna said this was it.
I know. This is it. This is my goodbye.
Yeah, you got a real job.
I know. So basically, as a contestant, and being when you come to these events as a contestant, the pressure is extremely high. Obviously, on you, always you're respectful to everyone, and you're respectful to the other contestants at every point. And when you go on stage, you have one song to show the world what you can do. And to be honest with you, going on stage, that's probably the easiest part of the whole thing. Because the pressure you put yourself under to make the right decision, that's the hardest, that's the toughest part. Because you're not just taking into account what you're singing, you're trying to take into account what everyone else is going to sing. And what the judges may like, and what the audience may like. And it's so tough. So when you come on stage, you actually, after you get that first note out, you kind of relax a little bit, you know. But winning the ultimate obviously was incredible, and I couldn't have done it without so many people in this room. You know, you guys saw me when I first started out here, and thank you so much. And you know, a lot of these guys are so encouraging, and you know, people like yourself, always so supportive of everyone that ever competes, because you've got to have balls to do it. I'm telling you, I'm just telling you how it is. But
you can Amazon those if you need.
Yeah. But the thing is, being an ultimate, the pressure doesn't come off you, it goes on you more. And you become an ambassador for Elvis, and you have to respect and honor him as best you can. So I always put it to the analogy, I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So when we have a thing that when you get your black belt, you only start learning. And it's kind of the same principle. When you become an ultimate, you have to really, really try your best and try harder to maintain the utmost respect and honor to Elvis Presley, because that's what we want to do, honor Elvis's legacy. You know, we're only part of the puzzle. The other part is all you guys out there. And I want to thank every single one of you, because we can't do it without you.
Well, I was doing my research. I knew you were Ultimate. I saw you moments after you won. You gave me a big hug and got makeup on my shoulder, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It came out.
Sorry.
You won in 18, right?
Yep, 18, yep.
2018. And I looked up and I was like, I wonder who he competed against. You know who came in second?
No.
I came in third.
They know that.
They know that. They know it.
They know. No, he's gonna make it. I mean, it's just a matter of time. That's right. You defeated. I really don't know why you're here. You defeated Diogo, who was representing Nashville.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But it kind of, if you think about it.
Oh, let's hear the spin on this one.
Some poetic sort of, I don't want to finish it now. I've stepped right in it now.
I'm giving you time to think up what you're going to say.
Yeah. So when I came to Nashville, Diogo won, and I came second. And Diogo gave me that fire to come get him again, you know? And so I wasn't qualified for the Ultimate in 2018. I had to go do Last Chance, which is the scariest thing in the world, by the way. Yeah. And when I found out, obviously I knew Diogo was there from Nashville, I was kind of like, oh, not again. I'm having flashbacks.
It's like Rocky 2.
Rocky 2, yeah. Both get knocked out, drag ourselves up. But do you know what? That contest was incredible. There were so many guys that could have won. Diogo, Cody. You know, it's only a matter of time before these guys win the Ultimate, because they are so talented. And you know, I got the pleasure to represent Tupelo and all these guys. If there was another festival I could have represented, it would have been Nashville Elvis Fest, because this is just incredible, isn't it, guys? Incredible festival.
Well, it's so great to have you here. Now, there are a lot of us here that are heading out. I talked about it earlier, heading out to the Jeff Lewis and Friends Festival in Helen. Yeah. And I know that sometimes Rianne, your wife, is forgetful.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to give her this.
Oh, dear.
I have a Post-it note for you to give her. It says, after Dean Z tonight, go to Helen.
She'll still forget.
Yeah. And I tell her I couldn't find one smaller. I didn't want to be obtrusive. But just give her that Post-it note so you guys know where you're going tomorrow.
Okay? You know, I might just stick it here.
Yeah.
And then she's bound to see it at some point.
At some point, yeah. Let's hear it for Ben Thompson, going to be a part of our...
Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, all right? Thank you, Tom.
You don't go anywhere. You stay right there.
I'll just stay there.
I'm going to go ahead and bring the guys out, and so excited to have them here.